Welcome back to another episode of Sport Exposure Podcast. As you know, Sport Exposure is here to expose sport stories, sport journeys, the things that we go through behind closed doors to inspire the next generation of student athletes. Today, I have professional boxer Nick Sullivan here to tell his story. Something different. You know, we haven't had a boxer. You're our first boxer on the show. How you feel?
Honored.
For sure, for sure.
Honored.
So Sport Exposure is all about creating a safe space for student athletes, the past, present, and future. You ready to get into it?
Ready to get into it.
Sure. So Sport Exposure is all about celebrating our triumphs and learning from our defeats. When you hear that phrase and when you think about your sport journey, what comes to mind?
My sports journey is not the typical sport journey at all. I had so many trials and tribulations. That's how I know I'm meant to be here. Too many obstacles let me know like it's a blessing coming in the end. So
for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
So where did it all start for you? How'd you get started?
It all started with me as a kid, anger and fighting. And my mama just was like, we gotta put this somewhere for you get in trouble. Like, I don't know, my mama had a bad temper, my dad did, and I think I had the best of both worlds when it came to it. I'm getting in trouble in kindergarten, hitting kids with crayon boxes and everything.
Oh, you came out the room.
Yeah, I came out the room swinging. So it was just like, I had to channel that before it became, I had to put that negative energy somewhere positive before it became a problem. And my mama just was like, we gotta get you in the gym. So my first coach was Coach Gloria Pete, the 2016 Olympic coach. Tough. She came into my mom's hair salon, got her hair done. And that same day that she came in there, I actually fought somebody's son in the back of my mama's shop. And my mom was just over it. So she was just like, man, she tired. I'm bringing him to the gym this and the third. That somebody beat on him for a change. I went in there, I watched the first day. I think like 2 weeks after watching and stuff, I actually sparred somebody that been there and I didn't get beat up. So I was like, yeah, this where I need to be at.
What age was this?
This was 7 turning 8.
So ever since then,
yeah. But I ain't started taking boxing serious till I was like 15.
Okay.
7, 8, it was just something to do. I was playing other sports too, baseball, football. I was playing other sports, typical kid, but I ain't started taking it serious till I won my first belt actually. So I think it's at 12.
Okay.
At 12 when I won my first belt at the National Silver Gloves. Then I started taking boxing serious after that.
Okay. So coming up, that's pretty young.
Yeah.
To start taking it serious. How did you know that this is what you wanted to do?
I actually had a talk with my dad and he was just like, you getting older and it's either you gonna work or you gotta find what you finna do in life. You gonna work or you gonna box. Which one is it gonna be?
At 12?
No, this happened at like 15.
Okay. I was about to say, dang.
No, not at like 15.
I put you out early.
No, not at 12. It was like at 15, but that's when I wanted to take it. Once I won my first belt, I felt like that dude. I was in the nursepaper, 7th grade. My teacher had my newspaper posted on the wall. All the kids saying like, oh, you boxed in the third. Yeah, I got big headed. Like, I'm coming to school, want to bring my belt to school and all that. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to start taking this. I like the way that felt.
So how was that training process, taking it serious at 15? You were in high school. So as a student athlete in high school, that comes with a lot as well.
It definitely do.
How was that balance and what was your training process like?
I actually was very talented. So I had teachers that actually helped me. So I missed a lot of days of school. So like a lot. My principal was cool with it. As long as they sent me my work when I went off. Sometimes me being a hard head, I come back to work not done. My teachers worked with me and stuff like that because they knew how I could be something. They knew I would become who I am today. So they worked with me, but it was very hard trying to do work by maintaining, trying to focus on my fight and work out to lose weight from my fight. So it was just hard. So sometimes I didn't get the work done. And I came back and I was just honest. I ain't do it. So they'll work with me, get it done.
You were in a very blessed situation.
I graduated with honors and everything. So I'm smart. It's just I just didn't want to do the work.
It be like that sometimes.
Yeah, I just didn't want to do it.
A lot of student athletes struggle with that and talk about the importance of doing the work.
Definitely.
Or just having that open relationship with your teachers, because a lot of student athletes think that they too cool to do schoolwork.
Oh no, you never too cool. Cause say you get injured or something, the worst may happen to you. Lord forbid the worst may happen to you. You need that education to fall back on, just in case you got to go out here and get a job, or you need something. That education got to be there. See now, say like Floyd Mayweather, Boston didn't work out for him. Who would Floyd be? Floyd didn't graduate. So who would Floyd be? So he had to make sure that
boxing
it worked out, because who would he be? He didn't graduate. But I'm not taking anything from athletes that don't graduate or don't finish school or nothing, because I know times is hard, but education is a must. Like, don't look at these guys and think, okay, I don't got to finish school. No, go ahead, finish school. Get that done.
For sure.
Yeah, definitely.
We all need a plan B.
We all need a plan B.
Like you said, injuries happen. And as a student athlete in high school, was that running through your head?
Nah, when I'm young, I'm like, man, I ain't gonna get hurt. And if I do get hurt, I'll be back. Like, that's how my mindset was. I'll be good, I'll be back. But as I got older, I'm like, yeah, like, so yeah.
So you said earlier that you were a product of your environment.
Yeah.
You used to fight a lot.
Yeah.
Being a boxer, you kind of have to channel that anger when it comes to street fighting.
Definitely.
And how was that?
It definitely, it calmed me down a little bit, but that mentality, always ready to fight, is going to always be in me. That's just that. It channeled it down. It channeled it down a whole lot. My mom even said to this day, my anger has decreased a whole lot from as a kid, from boxing. All that working out, punching on the bag, punching on people. Eventually, you get tired of punching on people. Like, I've been doing this since I was 8. You get tired of punching on people. So it calmed down a whole lot.
So where do you think that anger came from?
I have no idea, to be honest. My dad had a temper, my mom had a temper, and then I don't know. I'm the middle child, so probably because of that. I'm a twin, but I'm a middle child. Oh
wow! Is your twin angry too?
Nah, she the complete opposite of me. Complete opposite. Goofy, funny, always want to play. Complete opposite of me. Balance, exactly.
Balance. So talk about some of, you said a lot of trials and tribulations.
A lot of trials and tribulations.
Talk about a few of those.
Some of everything, being locked up twice.
What age was this?
18, and then I recently just came home 2022 the day after 4th of July.
Okay.
So a lot of trials and tribulations, like the anger, the streets, all that catch up with you. You just need to put your family first and your career, family and career first. Everything else gonna come. You can't let the BS get to you. So
exactly.
And I feel like that played a part in my career as well. Me getting big headed before my time, a lot of that thing. You just gotta stay humble. When you stay humble, then you can't lose.
Right. And being from where we're from, it's a lot of distractions.
Definitely.
It's a lot of distractions when it comes to the streets, when it comes to people. And people see our talent. Yeah. They see where we're going. A lot of people want to be attached to it. And a lot of the hood want to be attached to it.
Definitely.
Talk about separating yourself from that. And if you don't, because it sounds like you got yourself into situations from not separating yourself.
Separating myself, exactly.
Because that's important. And Definitely. It is hard. If this is all you know and this is all you grew up in, it is hard to separate yourself from people that you know your entire life, because you have a higher calling, a higher purpose. And to be a professional boxer, to be in the rooms that we want to be in, you can't be around those same people sometimes.
You can't at all. And then the people that don't talk to you and let you know, like you don't need to be doing this, is the people that you don't need to be around. So like if I'm in the hood and I'm chilling with somebody and they be like, man, you ain't supposed to be here. They glad that you out there. That's somebody you need to be around. He need to tell you like, dog, you need to get out of here. You made it out of here. You got to go. No. But people that want you to be there, yeah, you center yourself, but center yourself around people that don't want you to be there either. Never forget where you came from, but you got to get out. You got to go. You got the blessing to go, so go. But never forget where you came from. People like there's some people that get big-headed and be like, man, I'm better than that now. Nah, this where you started. This who made you. This why you at where you at. Never forget that. But that don't mean you got to be there 25-8 neither. You gotta know the balance.
Exactly. How hard was it for you to find that balance?
As I got older, it's great. I find that balance now. I don't even go out like that no more.
It's not worth it.
Like, people don't even know that I live here. Like, we don't never see you out, Nick. Good. Good. That's good. If I pop out, you got 2 hours max. Dang, where Nick go? Back in the crib, I'm gone. Like,
that's the safest place to be, especially at home.
Exactly.
And for me, leaving and coming back a couple times, I've realized that folk doing the same thing.
Same thing, man. I'd rather travel and experience the world.
Exactly. They doing the same thing. And it's a risk because the way I think about going out at home is I don't never know what y'all gonna do.
Exactly.
I don't want to be in a position where I have to respond, where I have to duck, run, none of that, because I know where I'm going in life and it's really just not worth it.
Yeah, it's not at all.
And you have to, especially being home, because this is our comfort zone. And the streets was our comfort zone at one point.
Most of the people that's famous, rappers, anything, get killed in their hometown. That's the scary part about it. Hating. That's the scary part about it right there. And y'all doing the same thing. Y'all clubbing, going home. Well, 9 times out of 10, somebody gonna fight somebody. I'm good on that. There's no bitch trait in me at all. So if I have to retaliate, that's what I'm gonna do, and that's my problem. So that's why I just stay out the way.
Listen, I can relate to you on that. So I
just stay out the way.
I don't want to be like that.
Right, because you're not gonna pull my car and like I'm getting to a person. I'm the big person. I could walk away, this, that, and the third. But nah, like it's just in me. You can't do that. Like you're not gonna pull my car and do all this and keep picking the bed. And when the bell roar, I'm the one at fault because I'm the one with the name.
Right.
No.
And those are things that student athletes or just notable athletes, period.
Yeah.
Our name is different.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, when we get into a fight, it's our name that's in the paper, not the other person that we beat up or the other person that started the fight.
You don't even hear about them.
Nah. You're going to hear your name. You're going to see your name on the news.
Exactly.
Your name on ESPN, wherever it is. And as student athletes, I don't think we always think about that, especially growing up.
We don't. We don't until we in the paper invincible. Like, dang.
Yeah.
And then this is how I knew I need to get it together. As I'm sitting in jail, the CO come past and he walk past. He keep walking past. I'm just like, man, he about to start picking. I feel it. Then he tapped on. I think I'm about to go see. He tapped on my cell. He was like, I don't mean to bother you, but ain't you that boxer? And I was just like, I just shook my head, man. Like, how I see you in here, no means I'm not even supposed to be. He's like, what you in here for? Beating somebody else? Wrong place, wrong time, man. That's all I could tell you, man. That's it.
And what did that do for you mentally, that moment? Because that's a moment that we both share. I've also been in jail. And you know you ain't supposed to be in there.
No, you're not. Especially when a CO coming past, like, ain't you that boxer? Like, you know who I am. It don't at all.
And you being in that moment, you can't do nothing about it.
At all.
You can't do nothing about it but reflect on what you did wrong, how you gonna move forward. Talk about your thought process through that. Because being in jail, you get a lot of time to think. Nothing but time to think.
Nothing but time to think. I'm telling you, nothing but time to think at all. Like, you sitting in that cell, you talking to yourself, your words bouncing off the wall, and you feel like yes, you had nothing but time to talk to yourself. And it messed me up. Because it's just like, a CO asked me that. Like, how crazy is a CO just came and tapped on my cell and asked me that? But it messed me up mentally. But like 2 days after that, it shaped me who I was. Every day, push-ups, sit-ups. Like, when I get out of here, I'm going to be in shape. Like, I'm going straight back to the gym. Ain't nothing going to be left off, nothing like that. So it messed me up mentally, but it shaped me to who I am today. Like, that ain't where you supposed to be. Like, a lot of people know you. You supposed to be, you a figure. You a public figure. You can't be doing stuff like that. You not supposed to be sitting in there. Then I got inmates asking me, hey, yo, I looked you up. You is that? So I'm like, now I got to explain to the inmates. And then you got some that, like, he the boxer that want to try him and stuff like that. Now I got to get out of here because now it's between... I'm between a hard place right now. People ask me, then somebody want to try me. So it's like,
because of who you are.
Exactly.
And the reason I ask you that is because it's a lot of student athletes or Black student athletes, period, that have been in jail cells. Yeah. And I walk in my story unapologetically because that didn't define who I was. Yeah. Like, that happened a year ago from today. Yeah. And that happened maybe, a year, some change ago for you too.
Yeah, exactly.
And look at where we are.
Definitely.
And talk about how you had to overcome that. Because when you get out, you hear about it. You got questions.
That's all I heard.
Now you got little kids that look up to you. They see that. That's a part of your journey now.
It is.
And I always persuade people that's been in those situations to just walk in your truth. Because that's what they need to see. Yeah. Like, it happens. Stuff happens. Yeah. I'm not perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been caught up in some situations. I've been caught up in some jams. And being from where we've come from in the Black community, it's not unusual.
It's not at all. Actually, is what's the word they use nowadays? It's actually common. They feel like that's supposed to happen. Like a lot of these rappers feel like they not nobody, or athletes feel like they not nobody unless they get locked up, shot, go to jail. Like that's not cool. Don't make that a habit. That's not cool at all. A perfect story is a cool story to me.
For sure.
That's a cool story to me.
If you was talking to an athlete that has a past like ours, what would you tell them? Because sometimes people don't bounce back from that.
They don't. Yeah, I know a few people that didn't bounce back from that.
And that could have been the end for me. That could have been the end for you.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot of mental strength and emotional strength and a lot of self-reflecting to get through that.
Definitely. I would tell them, pray. Pray. Go back into your sport. Continue grinding. And follow your heart. If your heart ain't with it no more, find something else to channel with what you love to do. Because you can't, some people, well, if you're not mentally into it, you're not going to go nowhere with it. So I'm going to be real, like, find somewhere else where your heart desire. If that's not where you want to be no more, find somewhere else your heart desire.
And a lot of us have a hard time finding that, though. Because we used to boxing all our lives. We used to playing basketball all our lives. We used to the streets all our lives. So when it comes to finding who we are outside of our sport, it's not an easy path.
It's not at all. And you got to remember, you can't save everybody. You can't save everybody at all. Like it's a lot of people that are listening, but it's a whole lot of people that's not neither. And you can't beat yourself because they didn't listen to you. Everybody just not going to listen. You can't beat yourself. You did your part by trying. So you can't save everybody. That's
a huge gem. And I say that because a lot of athletes feel like we gotta save the hood.
Yeah.
We gotta get our family out the hood. We gotta get it don't work like that.
Listen,
you're gonna stress yourself
paved
out.
The way. I paved the way. Like I did my part. Like I understand that. You can't save everybody. My family with me, I'm good.
For sure.
My family with me, I'm good. I did my part. Like you just can't save everybody. Even sometimes with family, you can't save everybody. The ones that want it, gonna follow suit, and the ones that don't, nah. You just can't let them drag you back down with them.
For sure. What type of, do you have any mentors along this way? What keeps you motivated?
I had a few mentors, of course. My dad, my uncle, a few coaches, guys from out of town, my manager. So I had a few guys that know what I'm saying, they've been there with me along the way, and they've been through the thick and thin of it, and they were sick of the dumb mistakes I was making, but they knew that I eventually get it. I'm getting it now. I'm not perfect, don't get me wrong, I'm not perfect, but
it's coming journey.
It's coming together.
What would you say your lowest moment was?
Second time I got locked up. I was depressed because it was like I was wanted and I didn't know. So I was out of town. And I had got locked up in Pennsylvania. I don't know nobody out there.
That's scary.
For 7 days. They were trying to put me on suicide watch because I wouldn't eat. Like, I'm not about to eat that stuff that y'all, I'm not about to eat that.
Yeah.
Like the type stuff they was giving me.
I'm like, I ain't eat.
I'm not about to eat that at all. And they were just like, if you don't eat it, we gonna put you in suicide watch. And you know me, put me in suicide watch, I'm not eating that. Like, it is what I'm going. If I feel a certain time, I'm going to stand on it. Like, I'm not doing that. Then I had to wait 15 days because I was wanted in Chesapeake. I had to wait 15 days for Chesapeake to come get me. So I sat there. They weren't trying to give me they knew I wasn't from there. They weren't trying to give me no phone call to call. They weren't trying to let me take no shower. So it was just like, nah, y'all, I might be young, but I ain't dumb. Y'all mistreating me in here. But, I mean, it is what it is. Come with the game. I didn't know I was wanted, so I took it to the chin. Like, I ain't gonna cry about it. It is what it is. I'm in here now. Me crying, what that's gonna do? So I took it to the chin. Mom came and saved the day.
They always do.
Always do. Can't say the day. Drove way up there, bailed me out. But then, when I got to Chesapeake, I had to turn myself in again and got locked up again. So I wasn't even out 24 hours. This all in one time. This not the first time I got locked. This all in one time. So I'm out probably like 16 hours. Come home, take a shower, go to Chesapeake, right back in there. And then come home till July. Oh, 2022.
How long were
After
you in
4th of July. After 4th of July.
How long were you in?
Chesapeake, I was only there for like 2 weeks before I got my bail, went to court, got my probation, and was out after that. Boxing really saved me because I don't know if it weren't for boxing, I don't know. They was looking at probably trying to give me a year or something. I don't know. So,
And a lot of times our sport saves us.
yeah.
Because I've been in a couple situations where if it weren't for that ball,
Yeah.
I would have been gone.
Who you play for?
Hampton.
Hampton, okay.
Hampton High and Hampton University.
Hampton University, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I got, like being home.
Yeah.
It's a lot of trouble for me to get into.
Especially Hampton, but Hampton, Newport News, people sleep on this side of the world, but it's a lot of trouble over here too.
I'm low.
It's a lot of trouble.
I was all up in the mix. I was all up in the mix.
Yeah.
You talk about being depressed, coming home, or just going through that process. And that was something that I can relate to because I got locked up 5 weeks before I graduated with my master's.
Sheesh. You still graduated with your master's?
I did.
It's a blessing right there.
They weren't going to take that from me.
They couldn't say that
They
from
weren't
you.
going to take that from me. But mentally, I had to put on a mask.
Yeah.
Because of who I was in sports, because I'm working for the athletic department. I'm this notable person working in sports. And as athletes, I feel like we develop that mask so unknowingly because no matter what happens the night before, the day before, you still gotta put your stuff on. You still gotta suit up and play.
Facts.
And that situation is why I talk about it so often because I know it's other kids that's out here that's been in the same cell that we've been in. And talk about getting through that depression. Because it's tough.
It is.
Because that's something that I still think about from time to time.
I do too. Like just them lonely nights.
Uncomfortable nights.
Uncomfortable nights.
Nasty food.
Cold nights. I remember all that stuff, and then I ain't going to sleep till damn near 12, 1 o'clock in the morning because some of the thoughts on my mind. And 4 o'clock in the morning, they come knocking on the cell, breakfast. 4 o'clock, like, come on, like, that just ain't it for me. So people that go back to jail, I don't get it.
All I needed was one time.
Yeah, that's all. Listen,
I want it done.
I was about to say one time is all I needed, but I guess it was two times is all I needed.
Cherry on top. Make sure you don't go back again.
No, I can't do that. I can't do that. What God got in store for you, only you can mess that up.
What's for you is for you.
For you, facts.
So how did you cope coming home?
Training. Just putting in my mind, that'll never be me again. That will never be me again. That's the hardest I train. And that'll never be me again. That's all I can think about. When I don't want to go to the gym, just thought about the nights, them lonely nights, I get my ass up and go to the gym. When I ain't feel like going extra rounds in the gym, think about them lonely, go extra rounds in the gym. Like that's how I cope with it. I didn't like it, but I think about it to push me even more. I don't like, but it was uncomfortable for me. So for me not to feel uncomfortable again, I got to think about the times that I was uncomfortable, if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I can relate to that as well because now it's like my whole mindset of life changed coming home.
Yeah.
I mean, I only did 3 days, but
3 days for like 3 months now. I'm telling you.
I'm telling you. But it's like when I think about things, when I talk to kids and take advantage of the time, air, food, water, like, yo, it's people that's been there for life.
Yeah.
Like when it comes to being an athlete, me working out, I worked out 2 hours in there to get me like push-ups, sit-ups.
Yeah.
And I feel like sometimes you got to revisit your lows.
You got to
keep it
appreciate
going.
the highs.
You have to. Because if it wasn't for that, I don't think that I would be sitting here today if it wasn't for that moment. Like God had to humble the hell out of me.
He had to. And that's the same with me. I don't feel like I'd be who I am today if I ain't go through that. Because I still probably be doing it because I feel like I can't get caught. I ain't get caught, so cool. I'm keep doing it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly.
So
for sure,
definitely needed that.
For sure. When it comes to boxing, it's a lot of strenuous training, from your diet to your working out to your habits. Let's talk about that.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Y'all know how fighters got. I ain't holding no corners, nothing. When I don't have a fight, come on, I eat what the fuck ever. Like I don't have no type of diet at all. When I don't have a fight, I get to the biggest that I fight at 135. Like when I ain't got no fight, come on, I could touch 170.
Oh, you be getting it in.
Yeah, what do I? When I ain't have no fight, but when I do got a fight coming up, I eat at probably like 6, 7 in the morning, eat again around like 3, 4, and I don't eat nothing past 7 o'clock. So if I don't eat by 7, just won't eat. I drink some water though. But that trains your body at night to digest all that food that you got, and you lose weight just off of that. Plus me working out 2, 3 times a day, the weight just dropped. Then my body is not naturally at 170. So once I start working out, it comes off easy. Like I could be at 170 and be back down to like 150 in a matter of 3, 4 days.
Oh, wow.
Because my body is so used to working out, so it drops like that. And it's mostly water weight.
Some tips.
Water weight. Then I got a personal sauna and stuff too. So there's a lot of stuff that I got behind the scenes.
I want to know it all because a lot of kids don't know the process. They just see you fighting and winning.
That's all they see, or hitting the bag and stuff. But it's a lot that going behind the scenes. The running at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. The running again at night before you go to sleep. The 10, 11 miles that you run just on a weekend. So it's a whole lot to it. You're eating certain carbs you put in your body. No fried foods. Only eating salads, only drinking water. And you so used to eating what you want to eat. That's hard for a lot of people.
Absolutely.
That's hard. It's hard for me when I'm training. Like if I'm not mentally strong, I might go get some Kool-Aid or something, man. I just work it off. But you gotta be mentally strong. Especially when they paying you for it. Like this your career. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So what are some things that we don't see behind the scenes when it comes to boxing?
Behind the scenes, the working out, the weight loss, and it's a lot of that due to that. It's a lot that does that to your body. Like one time, I'm losing weight. I had a heart murmur because of losing weight. Because some fighters, that weight don't come off, so they stop eating. They don't eat, then they go work out. So that messes with your that messes with your body. But a lot of guys will do whatever it takes to make that weight. And that's what they do not see behind the scenes. So when y'all see them working out on TV, they look good. But when you see them on TV at the weigh-in, like, why he look like that? He look drained. He look skinny. He can do something right in training. But when people getting $100,000 purses and more, you're going to do whatever it takes to get that weight. It's not healthy, but that's what happened. It's a lot of guys that do that. And that's behind the scenes. They not going to show you that part. They want boxing to seem... I don't know. They got this persona for boxing, but they're not gonna show that part. But I tip my hat off to any boxer that step in that ring just for that. Like I know what goes on behind the scenes. So any fighter that wants to take this serious and go through them steps and measurements, I tip my hat off to because it's a lot.
I can only imagine.
It's a lot. It's been times when, as a kid, my mama see me, or I put on Abilene, go sit in the tub. When I was staying with my mom, I go put on Abilene, sit in the tub. And just sweat. Sit in a hot tub and just sweat. And just when I get out the club looking drained, my mama call my coach. Can he go up to the next weight class? Because he looked like he about to die. He looked like a skeleton.
But that's what you had to do.
That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. It's a lot behind the scenes. They show y'all the good part. When they all healthy and good, hitting the bag. You be like, dang, he look big. And then see him 2 weeks later at the weigh-in, like, he ain't just looked that big 2 weeks ago.
But that's what you got to do.
That's what you got to do.
How hard is it to maintain that? Of course, everything is mental.
When you got to fight, I do it in sections. I don't lose all that weight at once. I lose like 2, 3. I start early, though. A lot of people don't start early. I start early. So
what's the timeline?
If I got to fight in, say like if I fight December 2nd, I'm working on cutting weight now.
You would start now?
Yeah, I would start now. So that way by the time fight come, I'm not weak.
So what's the average time frame that people prepare?
6 weeks.
Okay.
6 weeks out. That's the average time that you're supposed to, but you know, some people, I don't know, just think they who they are and do it whenever they want to do or do it at the last minute. And whatever float your boat. I ain't doing that, but some fighters do that.
And boxing does a lot to your body in the ring, too. Let's talk about that.
They do. It definitely do. You got fighters that piss blood after the fight. You got fighters that just don't work. One fighter had brain, I think he was bleeding from his brain or something like that after his fight. And then one fighter, he got hit behind the head. He finished the fight. He was perfectly fine. And 3 days later, he was hospitalized and paralyzed. And now he got he just not right at all. I forgot his name. He got hit behind the head. He was perfectly fine. 3 days later, now he in a wheelchair, paralyzed. So it's just...
That's a risk.
That is.
Every time you get in the ring.
Definitely a risk.
Like, how do you get through that? Like...
Work on defense and training. Don't let them hit you.
For sure.
Don't let them hit you. And then, people pride too. If you hurt, you boxing, you lose, win or draw, you getting paid regardless. That you just getting paid regardless. If you sign that contract saying you're gonna get this much, that's how much you're gonna get, whether you win, lose, or draw. So if you know you can't continue, you know your body is just giving up on you, stop. It ain't worth dying. Stop. But some people got they pride.
That's scary.
It is.
You ever think about it? Or I mean, you've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah, I'm about to say I don't think about it because if I think about it, I'm gonna go in there, think about it, then I'm not gonna perform to the best of my ability thinking about it because I'm like, if I do this, this can happen. I overthink myself, so I don't think about it. I know it can happen, but I don't think about it.
For sure. What do you think the hardest part about training is for you?
Cutting weight. That's it. I tell my coach that all the time. Boxing is the best sport. I love it. But when it comes to cutting weight, I want to quit. Like, I hate cutting weight.
It's hard for anybody. I can only imagine for y'all. Like, you have to do it.
And then imagine when you don't have... Imagine, say, like, you fighting at 135 and I'm 140 and I have nothing left in me. Like, I can't do it, but I still got to lose these 5 pounds. That's when it get... Man, I hate this. I hate this. I tell my coach all the time, I hate this shit. So my coach know that. So if he hungry and he know I'm in the gym, he won't eat with me. He'll go through like...
That's real.
Yeah, he won't eat.
You need them type of people in your
team. Yeah, he won't go through, but he'll eat when he leave from me though. Of course. When he leave from me though, he'll eat. But when I'm in the gym, he won't eat.
Of course. So we have a lot of kids in the community that have our same issues with anger and fighting. And what advice would you give to them?
Come to the gym. Channel that energy. Just like
I think sometimes we don't necessarily, when it comes to boxing, I don't think we necessarily know exactly where to start.
Yeah. That's why you get the fundamentals down first. Like I wanted to start, I keep talking about it. I want to start like a mentor program where I'm training the kids how to fight, how to put the guns down. Let's go to the gym and fight. Y'all got a problem? Like, of course, we African American, we fight. Let's put it out there. We gonna fight.
It's a part of the culture.
But put them guns down and fight and live to see another day. You lost today. All right, boom. Fight them again next week. Like,
and that's something that we've lost.
Yeah, definitely. Everybody want to lose and pick up a gun.
No more. It's strictly guns.
At all. So I wanna start that. Start somewhere. Like I said, you ain't gonna save everybody. Somebody probably got a big brother or uncle that's a gang member or shooting, and they want to be just like them. But as long as I know I tried, I'm all right. You can't save everybody.
What do you want your impact to be? I know it's still early for you. You got a lot of years left in you.
Yeah.
But overall, like ultimately, like where do you see yourself in 20 years?
20 years. On top of most of the boxing game, retired, mentor group, clothing line started, and just stopping the violence. Like it's just not worth it. It's too many grieving mothers and kids and sisters. There's too many out here, and I hate it. I hate it. After going through it, I hate it.
Yeah, it's sad.
It's sad.
Like you said, you can only do but so much, but when you're put in a position to have a platform, I think it's so important that we use it wisely.
Definitely.
And leading on to my next question, like how important is it for you to use your platform wisely? Because who we are as athletes, we naturally have a platform. Little kids look up to us.
Yeah.
I could be riding the bench. They just happy to see somebody in a jersey or somebody that looks like them.
Fact.
So talk about utilizing your platform and utilizing your name, your brand All of that matters when it comes to being a professional in anything.
It definitely do. It definitely do. So my platform, I take that with a grain of salt, because also that platform can make you a target too. Especially
we already a target.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially come with it.
Especially with the wrong, it can make you a target. So I want to use that platform, post about stop violence, the mentor group, all that. I take it with a grain of salt, but I take it important as well too, because it's a lot of kids and people that do look up to me. So I definitely take that important.
For sure.
Control what I post and things like that.
Please elaborate, control what you post.
Yeah, control
because we don't always know exactly what that means. Because we have social media and the internet could be nail in the coffin if you do it the wrong way.
Exactly. You never know who watching. And you never know who watching at all. These fake pages, y'all think that people follow y'all on? That's the police. These fake pages that y'all scamming pages or somebody made a fake page, that's the police. So you got to control what you post, and also whatever you post can make you a target as well too. Like, why he posting that? Why he doing this? Why he doing that? This must be the type of dude he is. This must be the type of money he getting. Or we can find out, or he be here, he be there. So no.
And it's crazy you said that, because I literally was talking to some kids this week at Hampton High School about professionalism and social media presence. And a lot of them feel like they could do whatever they want because it's their page, on their personal page.
Yeah. They can do whatever they want. They can do whatever they want.
And even to the athletes, you got to limit your fun behind camera.
Yeah.
Like smoking, drinking, they coming for you.
They definitely are.
And you have to be mindful of that because of who you are and because of your platform. They want to see us fail. They want to have a reason to take us down. They want to have a reason to blast us in the newspaper for something bad. And you got to be real mindful of that.
Yeah.
How did you grasp that concept?
Other people talking to me, seeing other people go down the wrong route and me going down the wrong route, and people just talking to me like, you never know who watching. You could have a big sponsorship that's just waiting on the right moment to say something to you, to do this, to do that. But they see that one wrong thing and they through with you. Like you had an opportunity that you never even knew about because you thinking it's cool to post this and that. Everything don't got to be posted.
Exactly. It don't have to be.
Everything do not have to be posted. Every move do not have to be posted.
And that's important. It's generation society, period. Back to people are crazy.
Crazy. And people are smart nowadays too. But I mean, I wouldn't even say they smart. It's just people telling themselves. Just people tell. I look at every situation. Like how PNB Rock posted that he was at the Waffle House, pulled up at the Waffle House, killed him at the Waffle House. Like, if you ever see me post a location on Instagram, trust and believe, I'm gone already. That's where I was at, but I'm gone already.
For sure.
Yeah, I never post a location while I'm there. I never do that, ever.
Absolutely.
I never do that.
Man, listen, we've dropped a lot of gems.
Definitely.
You've dropped a lot of gems. You shared a lot of stories. So to wrap us up, Sport Xposure is all about exposing information, journeys, things that we don't usually talk about on a day-to-day basis to inspire the next generation of student athletes. So when it comes to Sport Xposure, we're here to expose. It could be good, it could be bad. So in terms of boxing, what would you want to expose to the next generation of athletes?
Be smart, be cautious, look over every contract you get, make sure you got the right people in your corner. Make sure people is just not out for the money. Like I said, it's a business before anything. So always think about yourself first. It's a business before anything. What's going to make you great? Because if they on your team, whatever make you great gonna make them great as well too. So make sure your team's straight, your circle tight, read over every contract. Perfect. Have somebody, whoever look over your contract, have somebody look over them as well too. So always have your ducks in order. And just always remember, boxing is a business before anything. Take your feelings to the side, business before anything.
That's for everything in life.
That's what
everything. You know what I got out of this conversation?
What?
Use your hands wisely.
Definitely.
Use your hands wisely. Because it's like, they like fighting.
Yeah.
They tell you, I just like fighting.
Yeah.
Use them wisely.
Definitely.
If you're going to fight, I'm not telling you not to.
Yeah.
Go get in the ring.
Yeah.
Go track.
Go put on some gloves. Go do what you
like,
can't get in trouble at.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Of course.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you for your journey. And we'll catch y'all next time.